So a while back, I did a video talking about Google Stadia and how I really feel it was not about the games. It was more so about targeting ads and whatnot. And with them doing their little presentation today, giving a lot more information, putting pre-orders up live for this thing, has my thoughts changed? Well, not exactly, but I do want to talk about this as a lot more information is available. And I really don't understand what the hell the point of this thing is. And I really don't see it taken off. So on their website, you can pre-order the Stadia Founders Edition. I'm an idiot. I pre-ordered it, but I'm about to cancel it. I don't know why. I pre-ordered it because it does come with the Chromecast Ultra, and I've been in the market to buy a Chromecast, and I could wait a little while for one. The value's not really there because Chromecast Ultra, I believe, is $70. And, you know, those kind of devices always go on sale, especially during the time of year that this thing's coming out. So who knows? But essentially, you know, you're paying like 65 bucks for the Chromecast, 65 bucks for the controller. And then you're getting the little Game Pass thing and a Buddy Pass for a few months for free on them, really. It's not really on them. You're paying for it, but they say it's on them. But here we go. This thing arrives in November, and they do have their little controllers set up for it. I do actually dig their website. This is kind of cool. You know, maybe I'm just easily impressed, but as you scroll down, the little visuals go into the little TVs and the screen showing like all the devices you could play this thing on. Like I'm scrolling down, I'm scrolling up. I thought that was pretty neat. A plus for presentation on your website, Google. But hey, I don't know if that's enough. They're showing Destiny 2 here. We got to specifically talk about that in a moment. No waiting for game downloads. As you scroll down, it kind of loads up. That's funny. Whatever. Now, here's the issue. 60 FPS, 4K, HDR, 5.1 surround sound. That's only if you pay for the service fee for Stadia. Not even to have games, just to pay for a premium version to have an account with them to access this. None of this stuff is available if you buy games through Stadia. This is available if you pay the monthly fee, like just as if you're paying for PlayStation Plus, game Xbox, whatever their Gold, whatever it's called, Nintendo Switch Online, all those accounts and services. You know, it's kind of similar, and there's free games, but it just kind of sucks. As far as a game platform, you don't get the best visuals, the best sound. You don't get the best support unless you're paying an additional fee. That right there is kind of off-putting. Stadia's resolutions range from 4K to 720 to match your network. That makes sense, and that's what I initially thought. Like, okay, they're just showing this stuff like 60 FPS, 720, stereo, that kind of thing. It's just going to depend on your internet speed, but that's not the case. It's just dependent if you're it is the case, but it's also dependent upon if you pay for the service, the $10 a month. Play your favorite games without a console. If you pay for this, you get this Founders Edition. You get to play Destiny 2, a game that's been out for a long while. Not saying it's a bad game. Not saying games that have been out for a while are bad games or anything or should be forgotten. But it's like for the game to premiere with your service, Destiny 2, really? You don't have nothing new and shiny? Whatever, right? So they got a bunch of games and more available for purchase. All these games, for the most part, like who's going to buy Final Fantasy 15? And it's probably going to be at a premium, whereas you can get it cheaper everywhere else on actual consoles. Okay, they're going to have Borderlands 3, Get Packed. I don't even know what Get Packed is, but whatever. There's some new stuff, some old stuff. You know, it is what it is. If you get the Founders Edition, you do get access to Stadia at launch. No crap, you should. 3 free months of Stadia Pro, so where you can actually get decent visuals, frame rates, and surround sound. And you get a Buddy Pass as well. You get the exclusive Night Blue Stadia controller, Google Chromecast Ultra for streaming to your TV, and a Founders Stadia name, all for $129. So you get first access to claim your name. I mean, that's important to some people, right? So, I mean, you're looking at $129 for, controller and a Chromecast Ultra. All right. Not necessarily the worst deal in the world, but I mean, if you're looking at this as a viable solution, I mean, to play your games, I don't know who this is really for. Bring Stadia to your TV with the included Chromecast Ultra. So you do get 4K with this if your TV supports it, right? With HDR, 60 FPS, works seamlessly with the controller. It should. So let's look at the package here. $9.99 per month, resolutions up to 4K, 60 FPS, 5.1 surround sound. If everything, your devices, you have access to that stuff. It's not just magically you have that. You have to be able to support that with the actual stuff that you're using, obviously. Buy games whenever you want, yes. Why would that be a feature, right? Like, why is that an advertised feature for a package? No crap. You can buy games whenever you want. Additional free games released regularly. God, I always struggle with that word, right? Yes, starting with Destiny 2, the collection. Okay, that's the only game that's like confirmed that you get to play from day one with your $10 a month. That $10 a month's giving you Destiny 2. You could buy Destiny 2 for $10 for like the PS4. Come on now. I mean, not for the complete collection, but you know where I'm getting at with that. Stadia Base. This is coming next year. So this isn't even like this year. If you want access to this year, you got to get part of that Founders Edition, the Stadia Pro. You got to jump in there. You got to subscribe to Stadia Pro. Otherwise, the free version's not till next year. Resolution's up to 1080, so that's going to depend on your connection. Frame rate, 60 FPS. That should also be dependent upon your connection. Sound, simply just stereo. For some people, that's not a big deal. Some people are going to harp on that. I'm not going to harp on that too much. But it does kind of seem odd. Like, to get surround sound, you have to pay for it, right? Buy games whenever you want. Yes, of course, they want you to buy games. Additional free games. No, you ain't getting shit because you ain't paying the $10 a month to get access to some old-ass games that are probably cheaper on other platforms. Exclusive discounts, no. But if you pay, you do get some exclusive discounts. So very akin to, like I said, the consoles, PlayStation, Xbox, more so anyway than the Switch program. Because with those, you do get discounts on some games and whatnot. Now, here's the good thing. If you choose to cancel Stadia Pro, you can still play the games you've already purchased, but you don't get access to those free ones. That's just the way it works. Give Stadia Pro to a friend. Be recognized. I don't want to be recognized, dude. Make a name for yourself. Let your imagination run free creating your special Stadia name. All right, show off your Founders Badge. You get a Founders Badge. I mean... I'm conflicted on this. I don't really understand who this is going to be for. Are people going to purchase this? Yes, of course they will. People purchase everything. But as we see time and time again, for a service like this where it's streaming your games, you don't have anything on your hardware. This is all dependent upon Google's, their architecture, their servers, all that kind of stuff, how they have everything set up. I'm not an expert in any of those things, so I'm not claiming to be, but I have seen the performance of Google with a lot of their services going down for extended periods of time. Just the other day, YouTube was down. A bunch of Google services plus other services out there were down for an extended period of time, or there was, conflicts where you had access and then you didn't have access to certain things. So, I mean, we've already seen that can happen. Now, wouldn't that suck with your Stadia setup? You buy some games, and who knows what the pricing is going to be specifically for games. I'm sure it's going to be whatever the going rate is for these games on other platforms. So you're not going to get any kind of discount just because it's Google. Like, they got to make sure they make their piece and the developer and publisher makes their piece. So, I mean, wouldn't that just suck? You're sitting down to play a game, and Google services are down. You have an hour or two set to play your game, and it's not an announced maintenance thing. It's just boom, servers go down. There's issues. You can't play your game. That sucks balls, man. Like, I know that kind of stuff happens with other platforms, but typically it's an announced server maintenance thing. And you can still play your games. You just can't play online or access, additional features or downloads, that kind of thing. but you can still, for the most part, maybe not everything, you could still play some of your games. This, you're just stuck. You ain't playing shit. So that's where I'm just kind of confused. You know, we have access to games. We have access to consoles. A lot of us play that way. A lot of us play on PC or PS4 or Xbox or Switch. This seems to be more so for people who don't have access to those things. You know, but you have to have a strong internet connection. So for those regions that don't have as much access to consoles and PCs, is their internet good enough? You know what I mean? Are people who can't afford consoles or don't want to spend that kind of money for a console, and they see the value in this, is their internet connection that they have available to them going to be good enough for it? You know, they're saying 10 Mbps for 720, 20 for 1080. How many of you guys, and I know there's tons of you out there who have really fast connections. My connection's not too bad, but it still struggles with certain things. Like I'll get a really high, you know, upload and download, but, you know, depending upon what's all on that bandwidth, if you have other things going on, if you got people in the other room watching Netflix, got, you know, your phone's all hooked up to Wi-Fi, you know, your microwave's hooked up to Wi-Fi, the blender, all that shit. I mean, it slows you down, even if it says based on your current download speed, 140 Mbps, we expect you'll have a high performance gaming experience. I bet you I won't. You know what? I pre-ordered this thing with the thought that, you know, I wanted a Google Chromecast for some other reasons, and screw it, I'll just test this out. And then once I was really looking into this, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to pay $10 a month for this crap and not really get access to anything. I'm going to have Destiny 2. I own Destiny 2. I don't even play the game. I know it's not a bad game, but I just don't play it. And like, you know, what the heck am I doing? So my thought was, you know what, I'm just going to cancel my pre-order because I don't really need this crap. If I want the Chromecast, I'll just go buy one. Why do I want another Ouya controller to just throw in the drawer somewhere and never use it? So I was going to cancel my pre-order. I honestly was. I was thinking about canceling it while I was doing this video, but now I'm really curious. Like, you know, that'll be some kind of content come November when this comes out. I want to see, with my decent connection speed, am I going to have a seamless experience? That's what I want to find out, just for the shits and giggles. You know what I'm saying? So I'll probably keep my pre-order just to find that out and report back to you guys come November. Just a handful of months away, 5 months away. I want to say I can't wait, but I don't really care, to be honest. So there we go. Google Stadia, the next big thing. Eventually, I do see a lot of things going digital, a lot of things taking more advantage of cloud-based gaming and streaming, but I don't think this is it. I could be wrong. This could be the biggest, greatest thing ever. I just don't like the idea of paying $10 a month for access to something, and then you're digitally buying games that you don't know if something's going to happen, you're not going to have access to them. Is the servers eventually going to go down? Is there going to be a refund policy? That kind of stuff. That's what I'm kind of concerned with. So what's in the box? Let's take a look. Google Chromecast Ultra, 1/2 inch thick, 2.29 inches tall with the cord. Nice. Stadia controller, 4 inches, 6 inches, whatever. I mean, it's not, who cares about those specs, right? USB-C port for charging for the controller. I mean, there's no real specs. Like, who cares? It's just a freaking controller. Let me see. It's Bluetooth, right? Wireless. No, wait. No, that's the Chromecast. Let me look at the controller. Wi-Fi. What? The controller's got Wi-Fi. All right. Bluetooth, low energy Bluetooth, headset jack, battery life. Nah, we don't know the battery life. Internal rechargeable lithium ion, but not telling you how big of a battery it is, how many milliamp hours. You got capture buttons, big deal. Google Assistant button and microphone, okay. I mean, so it's a feature-rich controller, okay. And then the Chromecast Ultra is just the Chromecast Ultra 4K streaming type of thing. But yeah, I mean, what else is there really to say? Are you guys going to buy one of these things? Are you just waiting to see somebody stupid like me mess around with this thing, pay $130, and then try to start playing and it looks like shit? And then you're going to laugh at me in the comments. Well, I might be laughing right along with you, so screw it. Can't wait for that. Really do appreciate you guys. I will catch y'all next time. Peace out, bye-bye, and boom. Bye.